IBM, International Business Machines Corporation, is a top US computer manufacturer with significant market shares in the US and overseas. It's headquartered in Armonk, New York. 50 years ago, before Apple started in the garage and Mark Zuckerberg wasn't yet born, this company owned a tech division. Welcome to Boss Cube. Today in this video, we'll delve into the story of IBM. International Business Machines, or IBM, was incorporated in 1911. They were later referred to as the Computing Tabulating Recording Company. The founder, Charles Rundlet Flint, didn't start the company from scratch. It was rather created through a merger of three companies that had already been around. Since the late 1800s, computing scale companies, tabulating machine company, and time recording companies, the newly formed company was headquartered in New York City and employed a total of around 1,300 people in those early years, concentrated on products such as accounting and calculating machines, business time recorders, and mechanical punch card systems. It emphasized standard office products instead of the inventive company it was later known as. Thomas Watson took over the company in 1924 and renamed it International Business Machines, or IBM. During his first years, Watson ensured IBM's success through business and marketing strategies, developing products based on the needs of individual customers and investing seriously in the company's sales force. Watson restored the then struggling company to the top US maker of punched card table systems used by governments and private companies. He also created a very disciplined and competitive sales team that customized the company's custom tabulation systems to meet the needs of individual customers. In the 1920s and 30s, IBM started to be a well-known name. It introduced a public address system used by schools, and it quickly became an integral part of the American classroom. The Social Security Administration took over the company's punch card machines to help build a new network of social security numbers for every citizen, and in 1928, it invented the first calculator that could subtract directly. In 1933, IBM bought Electrometric Typewriters Incorporated, thus entering the electric typewriter space, where it eventually dominated during World War II. IBM helped build several high-speed electromechanical calculators that were the forerunners of electronic computers. Despite a remarkable corporate history, IBM is primarily characterized by its technical achievements. In 1943, the company created the first fully electronic calculating machine, the vacuum tube multiplier. This resulted in the creation of the 1944 automatic sequence control calculator, or the Mark I, that IBM made with Harvard. This was the first device that was recognized as a modern computer. It fully occupied a small room 50 feet long and 8 feet high, and automatically performed electromechanical calculations. The United States Navy used the Mark I to calculate the trajectories of the gun on their ships. Still, the company didn't promote this business until 1952. This was when Thomas Watson's son, Thomas Watson Jr., took over the company. During this time, IBM's computer business shifted from the market mechanical switches back to the vacuum tubes of the vacuum tube multiplier. Because they were less stressful to maintain and change in the 1950s and 60s, IBM invented most of the principal technologies that enabled computers to become an integral part of the business world. It created the functioning vacuum tube computer, which was the foundation for all computers. Until the microchip was invented, IBM also invented the hard drive, making the first computer that stores data on turntables and retrieves it with a magnetic arm. It also developed Fortran, the forerunner of the most modern computer coding languages. During this time, IBM had almost completely dominated the computer market. The company produced between 60 and 70% of all commercial computers worldwide. The modern age of IBM probably began in 1981 with the Personal Computer 5150, or the PC. This was one of the first computers designed for consumers instead of businesses or the government. IBM teamed up with Microsoft to get Report, a moderately new company, to run MS-DOS as the operating system on these computers. Around the same time, IBM invented the local area network architecture. This was later known as the first office network that users trusted. It later became the foundation of the global networks that connect users on the internet, and currently it is the home network that most households use. His Deep Blue thinking system also created one of the modern standards for artificial intelligence. This AI became best known for its series of chess games against the world champion Garry Kasparov. In the 1990s, it concluded in Kasparov's defeat. In 1997, at the same time that IBM was seen as the trailblazer for desktop computing, in the 1980s and 1990s, the company also lost its status as a leader. Clones of the IBM machine and business model quickly emerged in the consumer market, and many other companies sold PC machines running the Microsoft operating system. Even though IBM's cultural presence was strong enough for several years, so these machines were referred to as IBM Clones, the company eventually became just another competitor in a swarming market. During this time, historical dominance in the market for large installed mainframes began to hurt IBM's market as data processing promised smaller sizes and faster performance. The company was not ready to respond to the increasing demand for small servers. During the 1990s, IBM's core business model and profit centers shifted their focus from technology. By the end of the decade, the company had seen much of its growth in business services like helping customers, building networks, and installing servers. In 2002, IBM sold its magnetic hard drive business to Japanese electronics company Hitachi Limited for $2.05 billion. As part of the sale, IBM agreed to produce hard drives with Hitachi for 3 years in a joint venture called Hitachi Global Storage Technologies. In 2005, Hitachi assumed complete control of the joint venture, and IBM stopped manufacturing a device it invented in 1956. In December 2005, IBM sold its computer business to a major Chinese manufacturer. What do you think about IBM's company store? What do you think they could have done better? If you found this video informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment sharing your thoughts and insights. And if you haven't already, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more engaging content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.